If you adhere to the principles of proper nutrition, then you know that the most healthy bread is baked from whole grain flour. There is no problem to cook such bread at home. I share the recipe. Prepare the ingredients. To prepare the sourdough, dissolve 5 grams of fresh yeast in warm water. Add 250 grams of whole grain flour. Mix. Cover with cling film. Put in a warm place for fermentation. After 2-3 hours, the dough is ready for kneading the dough. Pour 80 milliliters of warm water into a container for kneading dough. Dissolve salt in it. Add 5 grams of fresh yeast. Optionally add flax seeds. Mix. Lay out the sourdough. Pour 250 grams of whole wheat flour. Knead the dough. If you knead it in a dough mixer, then at a low speed 5 minutes will be quite enough. Cover the dough with a film. Leave it in a warm place, or at room temperature for another 2-3 hours. Lightly sprinkle the work surface of the table with flour, or bran or a mixture of them. Lay out the dough. Do not knead anymore. Just stretch the dough into a layer. Tuck the upper edge of the dough to the center. Pinch. Tuck the sides of the dough to the center. Make another turn, and pinch the seam well. Roll the bread billet so that it becomes even. Put the bread into the mold seam down. Cover with a napkin. Put on proofing for 1 hour. The dough after proofing increased in volume. Preheat the oven to 250 degrees. Bake for the first 10 minutes at a temperature of 250 degrees. Then lower the temperature to 180 degrees. Bake for another 40-45 minutes. Transfer the finished bread to the grill. Cover with a napkin. Cool to room temperature. Bread made from whole grain flour turned out to be very tasty, fragrant, with a crispy crust, with a real wheat flavor. Just spread butter on a piece of bread, and enjoy the pastries that you have prepared with your own hands.